In this episode, Hines Ward travels to Kailua-Kona, Hawaii to train and recover on what many claim is the toughest course in all of endurance sports, the IRONMAN World Championship course. Aloha from the Big Island on Become One. Hines has come to Kailua-Kona to get a feel for the brutal conditions he'll be facing on race day in about 3 months. Over the past 9 months, Hines has lost over 30 pounds through his training and nutrition and is now swimming, cycling, and running 15 to 20 hours every week. He has completed an Ironman 70.3 distance race in his preparation, but when he takes on the IRONMAN World Championship, Hines will be doubling the distance, doubling the intensity, and doubling the challenge. Kailua-Kona is the epicenter of triathlon, and the IRONMAN World Championship is the crown jewel of the sport. The oppressive heat and the unrelenting, unpredictable winds are what makes this race and this place so unique.
The purpose of coming out to Kona is really just to get more familiar with the course.
You're basically just going to go straight on. The buoys will always be on your ride. This trip was meant to put it all out there for him. I tried to tell him about the wind, the heat, the hills, the monotony of the highway. There's just no way that you can explain the nuances of this course.
Getting an opportunity to run the course, come all the way down to the energy lab. I really don't know what the energy lab is, but it took all my energy. It drained me.
Hines takes on the IRONMAN World Championship course with Ironman champion and the man considered the best cyclist in the sport, Chris Lieto.
It was great that I had the opportunity to ride with Chris and Paula and to ride 80 miles on the course and dealing with the heat, the headwinds, being in the midst of a lava field or nothing around you.
The ride we did was awesome. The wind started blowing. He didn't hide from it. He attacked it. You know, he wanted to confront anything that was going to happen.
We're going to head out and we're going to see how much of the course we can cover. So we're going to shoot for about 1 hour and 15 minutes of swimming. So I'm thinking we'll be pretty close to 2 miles today. Okay.
All right.
So we're heading out a mile, we're heading back a mile.
Today was a long swim for me, over 2 miles. A little nervous. I mean, more people out here, you know, watching me. And, you know, in Georgia, I really don't get a lot of open water swim. So just the taste of salt water, swimming, dealing with the swells. It was more of a mental thing for me to see if I can do it, see if I can go the distance. It takes a lot out of you, and you really have to dig deep down inside to find that extra to make it. Today was a long swim for me, over 2 miles. Get my chocolate milk in and get ready for a long run this afternoon. It rained this morning, so I'm sure by the time I get on the run course, it's going to be extremely hot. So and recovery is everything to me.
The focus of this trip was on creating a full week of tough training that would simulate race day conditions for Hines. But Hines and Lindsay, his fiancée, #1 supporter and cheerleader, did find a few hours to get away for a little aloha time. Lindsay has been there for Hines from the very beginning of the Become One journey.
It's great having Lindsay here. Since signing up for this Ironman, it's kind of been a burden on the relationship because every day it's consumed my whole life.
Seeing Hines out there training is kind of incredible, and he's pretty inspiring. Put himself through this. This is a grueling process.
The sacrifices that she made, just to understand the preparation that goes into becoming an endurance athlete.
He wakes up, we're talking about salt tablets, we're talking about racing.
You know, none of this would be possible without the supporting team that I have to be there encouraging, to do all they can to help me cross that finish line. And Lindsay's kind of the captain of the group.
I'm the official cheerleader of the team. I'm cheerleader refuel. Oh yeah, oh yeah!
During his time on the island, Hines swam the majority of the 2.4-mile Ironman swim and was able to experience the heat and wind on both the bike and the run course with the winningest Ironman triathlete in history, Paula Newby-Fraser, acting as his tour guide.
I'm so blessed and so honored because this is really the first time she actually been on the course since she last raced.
This was quite the trip down memory lane, as I say. It's as tough as it ever was and as familiar as it ever was.
She came back here and got on the course for me to help me go out there and train.
I wanted for him and I wanted for the other Become One athletes, but I don't want to be out there.
Before the week ends, Hines and his support team enjoy a luau hosted by the Sheraton Hotel and Resort. Now it's time to take in some of the Hawaiian culture and reflect on the week.
Having been out here now, he's seen a very typical Kona conditions. He's had a taste of a bit of surf, the wind, the heat.
I know all the NFL teams are going to training camp. This was my training camp. It was a grueling 4 days. When I come back in October, I think I'll be ready to go.
I sense a complete renewed commitment. Now I know that it's going to be in his head. He's going to visualize it. It's like his playbook is coming together for him. This is the ultimate goal right here.
Gotta finish.
Gotta finish.
I'm excited. It gives me some motivation when I go back home to train even harder. Visualizing myself coming down that last mile, down by the pier, running up that ramp and crossing that finish line. That's something that motivates me every day that I work out.
His recon mission has been successful. He also understands how important it was to come here to connect with the Big Island. It's obvious he has a newfound respect for the history of the race and the culture of the island. Madame Pele, the goddess of fire, wind, and volcanoes, will be waiting for him when he comes back. Let's hope that she cooperates. In future episodes, we send our camera crew back to Atlanta as the pressure builds for Hines in the final days leading up to the Ironman World Championship. And you'll see for yourself, the pressure is getting downright intense. All that and more on Become One.